obsessed with France a little bit, which is a little weird coming from Oklahoma because most people are really into Spanish, and so they didn't understand why I took the French language. But after my first course in high school, I fell in love. We watched videos about it, and I knew I had to come here. It was the place for me.
I chose Paris because I'm an international studies major with a minor in art and also a minor in French language. So being an art history major, there's pretty much no better city than Paris, and it's a must on the list.
My parents actually studied in medicine in Belgium, and they always talk about Europe and how wonderful it was, and I just always see movies, and I thought Paris was wonderful, so I wanted to live here and stay here. So I finally got to come for study abroad, and it was wonderful.
GLS definitely surpassed everything I had been expecting with a study abroad program. They guide you enough to get you started and make sure you're in the right place and that you feel safe and you're okay. But then they give you enough independence so you really are on your own, and you're in Paris doing your own thing. You're studying. You're a student.
Well beyond any of my expectations. I didn't know what I was getting myself into, really, going into any sort of studying abroad program, just because, I mean, how far can you really prepare yourself? But they really, it was quite organized, but at the same time, I didn't feel like anybody was breathing down my neck, and I felt very free to do whatever I wanted.
The description was exactly what I thought it was going to be, and it's almost better than I thought it was going to be. Well, it is a lot better than I thought it was going to be, because you come here and you're kind of scared, at least for me, because I'm from a small town in Oklahoma. Coming to a big city like Paris, it was really intimidating, but Carl made us feel really welcome, made us oriented, and if we had ever had a problem, he was always there for us.
I could not have been any more happy about my housing. I lived on Boulevard Saint-Germain, which is the trendy of trendy places to live. It's right by l'Église Saint-Germain, which is the oldest church in Paris. The entire arrondissement is our neighborhood. It's just filled with history. So much history.
The housing was actually fabulous. We're right in the heart of Saint-Germain. We have 2 metro stops really close to us, so if I happen to go out by myself, I feel really safe walking home. It's maybe like a 5-minute walk from the metro station maximum. So the location was great. You're right by lots of bars, right by the university, right by Saint Michel. Everything you need is right walking distance.
I was totally shocked with where Global Learning Semesters put us. They put us in a very nice apartment in a very nice area of Paris, one of the more historical areas, Saint-Germain-des-Prés. Right next to 2 metro stops, so you're very convenient. You're centrally located to just about everything.
I found all the activities that were organized by GLS, phenomenal. In the beginning of this semester, we went bike riding over Paris. We went to Chartres in Loire Valley. During the semester, we went to Nice. We went to Monaco. We went to Aix. We went to Cannes. We went all over the place.
Global Learning Semesters took us on a lot of very interesting excursions. We went to the south of France for a couple of days over Easter break. Stayed at a very nice hotel. We had a wine tasting at sunset on the beach. It was really nice. While doing it wasn't just fun and games. We did a very nice tour of the city.
GLS matched my expectations very well. I knew I was going to have a lot of freedom, at the same time somebody to call on if I needed to, which was perfect and what I got. I didn't have like a hand to hold, so to say, when I walked through Paris. A lot of it was discovering it myself, which is something I really like as someone that likes to travel and likes to have an international studies background. This program was perfect for somebody that likes to find things out for themselves, someone that likes to have a lot of free reign and a lot of independence with their study abroad, which is exactly what I was looking for and why I like GLS.
I definitely gained a sense of independence. I've always been an independent person, but Global Semesters, the program here, they're not holding your hand. They're giving you enough that you need to get along on your own, and you're not completely on your own. You have the program director, you have numbers to call, you have other people with you, but you're living in Paris. You're in an apartment in the city. It's safe, but you are, getting to class on your own, working at the metro system by yourself. You're doing a lot of things that maybe, depending on where you're from, you might not be doing every day.
The program, I learned a lot about living in a new city by myself, especially one as big as Paris. Having never lived in a place like New York or San Francisco or LA, this is my first time living in a big city where you can get lost and be overwhelmed. So I definitely learned to handle being alone in my own big city, which is great. And at the same time, I learned to talk to Parisians on a local level, which is also great living in such a confined area where there's so many people in such a little space to be.
Well, I learned a lot, both academically and culturally. I didn't really know much about the European Union until I came over here, unfortunately. I wasn't very worldly. It's kind of an American trait, I feel like. So I've learned a lot about other cultures, the European Union, political systems, different levels of economics. It's been a great learning experience overall.